music can be coded live.
Oh, yes. Tonight's topic is let's talk about sex and is the importance of safe sex, right? Okay, so I wanted to do things a little bit different this evening.
Okay.
We are always encouraging people to, practice safe sex and, being safe as possible.
Okay.
But, everybody is not always on the same page when
Okay.
it comes to safe sex.
Correct.
So tonight we are going to give you a few ways on how to approach the subject and
Okay.
some strategies on how to make sure your partner wraps it up.
Wrap it up.
We'll get into that with our special guest, our women's positive advocate, Deidre Johnson.
Okay, Deidre.
And not to mention that tonight's show is being sponsored by the amazing people from Gilead who are
Okay.
committed to creating a healthier world for all people.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And
Shout
with
out to
that
you.
being said, make sure you tune in with us the entire show
The
so
entire
you
show.
do not miss your chance to win tonight's Kandi Koated cash.
Give away $1,000 today.
Yes, we are giving away $1,000.
A G-ball.
Money Making Monday.
Damn.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Are y'all? Let me see y'all chime in on in the comments. Who's gonna be winning the $1,000 tonight?
Can some of my friends call in?
But make sure you put #win in the comments or put your money bags down if you know it's you. If you know it's you, put it down right now. The last couple of weeks I've been asking y'all questions about things that we said during the show, as like the winning questions at the, so it's going to be similar to the same thing tonight. I want you to make sure that you are paying attention because something that we say during this show, I'm not telling you when, it will be asked about later, and that will be
The thing to do.
the thing to know if you get picked as our caller for tonight. Oh, A1.
What's up?
How was your weekend?
My weekend was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I partied a little too hard last night.
Did you now?
If you can't tell today.
Mm-hmm.
I went hard last
And
night.
I don't like it
Why?
because you had Todd out with you. What was y'all doing?
Oh shit, I was on them hoes. I don't know what your husband was doing. I'm fucking with you.
Oh, don't play with me.
I was just playing. No.
Well, one thing that we did this weekend,
We partied. We had karaoke at Blaze Steak and
Seafood Friday, and when
And
I
it was
tell
packed
you,
to the max.
it was lit. We had so much fun, and I believe those people came in there like they was trying to get a record deal.
Didn't they?
And what? Everybody that was doing karaoke was singing down. I'm just like, what is this about? You're supposed to have some people that don't really know how to sing that just, want to have fun.
Shit immediately turned to the Apollo.
Yeah, you even got started singing the gospel. I was like, I don't even know if y'all knew that A1 could sing, but A1 got on a microphone when we were at Blaze Steak and Seafood talking about never would have made it. I was like, what?
Had to give the people a word.
I see. You definitely gave the people a word. All right, so right now let's dive into the sweet tea.
What's the sweet tea, Kandi? Talk
The
to me.
sweet tea is basically some trending topics, entertainment, and social media, news or sports, whatever.
Mhm.
So I just want to chime in on some of the things that we've been seeing on social media. Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Tell me what you've seen that you liked.
On social media?
Or just, that's happening in the world. What's been going on?
What's been going on in the world? Tyler Perry is exceptionally rich.
Oh my God, he's so rich.
He is exceptionally rich. This whole time, we've been thinking Tyler has built this new home
Mm-hmm.
with an airstrip and a hangar
Mm-hmm.
for his personal private jet.
Mm-hmm.
No. Tyler is so rich that he has these RC airplanes
Mm-hmm.
that are basically like miniature airplanes that you fly.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a hangar for them, and it's like Tyler has like 50 of them.
That's crazy.
But and he just has a real runway. And,
But I thought he still has that for like a real plane too, though.
okay, well, the video that I seen, I went on YouTube and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hangar full of these little
Toy planes. Well, I'm gonna have to call Tyler and tell him got to come by there so I can learn how to use them.
Wasn't that a fucking flex? Whoa.
I hit him up and say, "What's up, Tyler? Can you bring out the toys?"
I got
No,
you.
no way. I
got
can't
you.
say that. I can't say
I
that.
got
That
you.
sounds a little inappropriate.
It-
Hold on, let me
Tyler might be
rephrase
like,
that.
what toys?
Let me rephrase that.
You got toys, you got toys, we don't know.
Yeah, that's a different type of toy.
That's a hell of a flex. I'll fuck with you for that.
Yeah,
I gotta step my flex shit up.
Yeah, well, hey,
I gotta say,
you always be on here flexing,
Yeah, but that was a heavy one.
Yeah,
That was I'm gonna get you back, but that was a good one.
I'm just saying, you be over here flexing all the hoes that you be fucking every
No,
you
fuck
have
hoes.
not pulled out a picture or a video of somebody you screwed this week. I'm shocked. Normally, every week, y'all, he catches me off guard, showing me some random video in his phone of somebody that he done knocked off.
Why I gotta be like of the week though? Why?
It's like video of the week. That's what I look at it as. It's your knockoff of the week. The DJ ones.
Knockoff of the
What we gonna call it? The DJ ones knockoff of the week.
I like that.
What is it?
I like that. No, fuck with that. Knockoff of the week.
I think some of those women probably really want to be seen. They really be working it for the camera like they know somebody's gonna be watching. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Sheesh. They actually be posting for it too. It's crazy. He has a lot of stuff in his phone, y'all. I hope you never. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, she done sent you the picture from the doctor's office.
Bitch gotta let me know it's clean, cuz.
Oh. You know what? Oh my goodness. Wait, okay, I'm sorry, but her nipples are humongous. That is crazy. That is I'm sorry. Too bad y'all can't see what I just saw. Because he was trying to show me something else, but it was like my view went in a different direction of what he was actually trying to show me. And her nipple, like she has small boobs, but her nipple is almost bigger than her boob.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. That's interesting.
Hey man, life is good.
They are busting it open on A1's phone. That's what MSC said. So listen, here's something that I saw that I thought was interesting. Comedian Jess Hilarious clarifies that she was not joking after Master P denied owing her money. Jess said, "I did 2 scenes. He thought you used 1 scene. You don't gotta pay me for both of them. No, I stayed there 13 hours to do 2 scenes." So she wants her money for the second.
She said he owed 15,000.
That's what she says. I mean,
he said the production company.
Well, he said he got the paperwork.
But then he came back when he did the Breakfast Club and said production company owe her.
Well, who was the production company?
Him. We know how this shit works. Don't get slick.
Like, who is the production company? Okay, well.
And if it wasn't him, I bet you they paid his ass. But that ain't my business, though. Some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
hey, Master P. Come on, Kandi Koated Live and clear it up.
Okay, so let's move right along.
He'll probably come too.
Yeah, here's another one. 24-year-old rapper Lotto recently sat down with Billboard and spoke candidly about she does not charge rising female rappers for features as a way to uplift others and being a girl's girl. She also discussed the public issue between her and Nicki Minaj, stating it's disappointing. Sometimes you got to just take it to the chin and keep pushing. Yeah. Minaj was infuriated after her single Super Freaky Girl became a part of the pop category for the 2023 Grammys. She expressed her grievances on Twitter and called for Lotto's record Big Energy to be moved into the category as well.
Well, I believe that the girls have said that Lotto's a liar.
Wait, who said that?
Who said that? VV Essence, Kodak Black's artist.
What was she saying?
She said that she tried to do a song with Lotto and Lotto turned it down and she wasn't, doing it and all that. So, they had a little back and forth and everything. Oh. The girl posted the DMs and everything. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah. She was like, I'm trying to make it seem like you out here being for the people and you ain't. Let's talk about T.I. Let's shift our attention to the king of the South.
Wait, we gonna talk about T.I.? I thought you didn't want to talk about T.I.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. That's my personal partner. So, you know what? T.I. is really, he is a comedian actually now, right? Mm-hmm. Tip was at the Trap Cafe with his paperwork.
Oh, Lord.
Telling Boosie to come read it.
Okay.
I think Tip should just blow his paperwork up and put it in the Trap Museum so people can take pictures with it.
No.
It should be a what is it called?
I don't really even understand what the paperwork is.
It should be.
What is the paperwork supposed to be saying?
Well, convict code, Kandi. You used to date thugs back in the day. You should know this.
Okay.
Convict code. When you have any type of questions about someone's validity of crime or said crime, you have a paperwork party, as T.I. pointed out.
Okay.
And it shows you what you've been charged for, if you told on somebody, all that type of shit, right? Yeah. So I think that Boosie should go and see the paperwork and
expeditiously.
Expeditiously. Yeah. But you know what's so crazy? I think that Atlanta has really changed.
Why?
And I was sharing this with a friend. Atlanta has changed. Back in the day, there's no way Boosie could have dissed Tip and still been at the Hawks game. His music still being played in clubs. There's no way. Like,
you think so?
Old Atlanta, we wouldn't have went for that. You wouldn't have just been able to stay in our city and roam around. Now, I'm not saying no violent or nothing shit, but I'm just saying, like, we've just, Kandi.
Sorry, I forgot to turn my ringer off.
No, we just changed. We were just changed.
I agree with you. I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, Boosie has been here for a minute now. It's
yeah, but we've extended an invite to him. So then when you go against T.I., who's
well, I mean, you know, everybody is changing now. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't know what the rules are anymore.
Yeah, I don't either, and I don't give a damn to play by him. So
yeah.
What else is happening in life?
Moving right along. Okay, y'all. I am excited about today's show because
All right, get excited.
I mean, for one, we have so much to discuss. First of all, let me tell y'all to follow us, Kandi Koated Live, on all social media. That's on TikTok, Instagram.
We got TikTok?
Yeah, and YouTube as well. We're going to start putting the videos on our YouTube for Kandi Koated Live. Yeah, they TikTok, I mean, Kandi Koated Live is doing its thing. So you guys have to follow on all pages. But listen, I'm gonna take a couple callers. We're gonna talk about the fact that this $1,000 is coming up. I wanna know who's ready.
Oh, okay. I am Savage.
What's up?
What's up, baby? Unmute your joint.
Unmute.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I hear your country ass.
Where are you from?
Decatur, where's Greater?
I told you the country. I knew it. What's up?
All right. So I am Savage. Listen, today, just like we telling everybody else, we giving away $1,000 today.
1,001.
You ready to listen to the whole show?
Oh, I've been listening every day. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
All right. Do you suck dick from the back? We just have questions.
From the back to from the front, from the side to the left. Where were we trying to go?
Do you spit or swallow?
Both.
Oh my goodness. Well, beat A1 at Blake's Steak and Seafood on Fridays. So we do.
I just had a couple questions. That was it. I just wanted to know your background. Just wanted to know your throat ground. Yeah. I mean, all right, baby, we're going to fuck with you. Make sure you keep listening to the show. You know what I mean? DM me if you need to. Okay, boo-boo. I'm going to fuck with you. Decatur.
All right, so listen, right now I want to give you a couple of tips, tricks, and advice for the bedroom. This is a segment of the show where we answer questions from our audience that may need a little sex and relationship advice, and is also sponsored by Gilead, research-based biopharmaceutical company focused on the discovery, development, and commercialization of innovative medicines, including antiviral drugs used in the treatment of HIV/AIDS, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, influenza, and COVID-19. Boom. Okay, so what we want to thank them for the work that they are doing to keep us all healthy and thriving.
All right.
That was long.
That was a lot.
It was a lot of information.
That was a lot.
I tried to give you a lot of information. So this was a listener question. I'm in a sexual relationship with someone that feels like wearing a condom during sex takes away from the sensation and that it doesn't feel as good. In the beginning of our relationship, I made it a point to make sure that I let him know that I wasn't comfortable having sex with him without a condom. And when was that you? No, I'm just kidding. And when we first started having sex with each other, he told me that he understood. I mess with you. Anyway, now that we have been having sex for a little over 6 months, the topic of using protection has again become an issue. He tries to make me feel like it's a trust issue when it's actually about me protecting myself. He can still be smashing other people. Hey, well, you sure it's not? No, okay, never mind. Anyway, Sometimes.
Do you really want to do this today?
Sometimes I cave when he presses me about it. Not mention it always fucks up the vibe, going back and forth about using protection instead of enjoying what's supposed to be fun for the both of us. All right, Kandi and A1, please tell me how I should be handling this.
First of all, make sure you don't have a friend like Kandi.
What? Now you're the main one. Every time I talk about sex every week, you be like,
"You so kind,
you going? What do you say? Some Chicago Bear?
You so kind. Why you always bring up old shit?
That was just last week.
That's old.
Yeah. Okay. So
now here's what I think you should do, young lady. I think that if it's just that big of an issue, just go get tested together. Now, if you feel as though he still may be having sex with someone else, then maybe you guys shouldn't be in a relationship. Maybe you should be in a situationship to where you guys are just, having sexual relations. But if you have to wonder or guess or question if your mate may be having, sex with someone else, then there's no question. Yes, you all should use, protection. But if if you say, I'm yours, you're mine, and we take the proper steps to make sure everybody is 100%.
Well, just FYI, there are at-home HIV tests that you can just keep in your cabinet. One of my homegirls used to keep them underneath her sink so that, when she had, a sexual relationship with someone.
She made me take one.
Did she? How you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I'm just talking shit.
I was like, wait a minute, you're trying to tell me something? I'm just talking anyway, but yeah, my friend, she would make the people that she was going to bed with, they would have to take the at-home test, and she actually had some people that she kind of fell out with because they didn't want to take the test. So it was kind of interesting, the reactions.
Which is crazy.
Hey, it is what it is.
Let's take a call and see what they think about it, Ken. What's up, Nate?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up,
family?
I'm doing good. What's y'all?
Man, I'm out here kicking shit, man. You out here raw on these hoes? What going on, man? Talk to me.
No, man. Ain't no wrong.
What's up, man? You don't hit somebody raw now. Don't act.
Yeah, I mean, if she's my woman, then I'm gonna hit her raw. But
so you ain't never put your hands on someone the first night and went raw. Don't lie. How old are you? No, how old are you?
I'm 25, man.
25? Oh yeah, you might be right. No, that's the age when niggas just do the dumbest shit.
I play it safe, man.
You play it safe? That's good, man. Where you from?
I love that you play it safe.
Where you from,
I'm from Augusta, Georgia, man.
Yo, you from the country. All y'all do it for raw e-port.
E-port.
All they do in Augusta is fuck raw e-port.
Okay, so
I'm fucking with you, my boy.
So this is my question. Is there a point in the relationship where you do feel that, y'all are not using protected? Like, how long, I want you to be honest, right? Sometimes when people are in a serious relationship, they do at some point stop. So what do you feel? And what's your honest opinion?
I mean, honestly, after about the second or third time, I think, it's you should be good. Like you should have built that trust up in that person by then,
You fuck around the first night, boy. You talking about the second and the third time. I don't trust no nigga from Augusta. See? I'm sorry. I don't trust no brother from Augusta. Pastor Troy told me this a long time ago, didn't he? I'm fucking with you, Date.
Okay, so in a situation like what I was saying, my homegirl, she keeps the at-home test at home. If you met a woman or whoever you were in the bedroom with, and they decided to, say, hey, I would like for you to take this at-home test, what would you say?
Well, first, me personally, I'm gonna take the test, but I definitely want her to take a test too. I mean, if she got them, we both should just take it right then and there.
All right, okay. All right, well, thank you for answering the questions. Make sure you listen to the whole show because we will be giving away $1,000, and it's gonna be based off of some information we're gonna give during the course of the show today.
Appreciate you, Nate.
Make sure you stay tuned in. All right, bye.
All right.
So listen, guys.
Let's get to it.
Gilead has sponsored and developed content for this segment.
Okay.
So I would love to introduce our guest for this evening, Deidre Johnson. We want to introduce positive women's advocate and caseworker Deidre Johnson, fighting to help destigmatize and decriminalize some of the ways people may view those who are HIV positive. Always reminding people that HIV is something that happened to you, not who you are. Please help us welcome Deidre Johnson.
Oh, Jesus, thank you.
You can't even put your hot girl boots on today.
Y'all said we was talking about sex. You know, I had to come with it. Normally, I'm in jeans and a t-shirt and some chaps.
Well, you look like you ready to tie somebody up.
Hey, what you doing later?
I'm not sure of them boots. Now,
like you want to see it? I already know how you roll. So how you trying to see them?
Pull the boots out.
You got them boots on, baby.
The red heels.
Yeah, ready to step on something.
Put on the
made for walking. Yeah. All right. So, Deidre, first of all, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And right now, I want to remind everybody that Gilead is the sponsor for this segment of the show. They have been such a blessing to us, and so we're going to be a blessing to one of our listeners and give away $1,000 by the end of the show. And it is based on things that you will learn during the course of the segment.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all better be paying attention. Attention.
Yeah.
If not, we get them coins. They're going to my cash app.
That's all I've been trying to do every week.
Somebody out there, make sure y'all on the show.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's what everyone be trying to do, trying to get his friends.
We ain't doing that, y'all. Y'all pay attention. This is gonna be good. We got this.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here. Y'all hear Deidre Johnson, but y'all the folks really know me on live. Everything's Deidre Speaks. So you about to hear this Deidre Speaks. We gonna speak my government.
So on social media and other places.
Everywhere, Deidre Speaks.
Okay.
Keep on the glasses. I even got
okay, Deidre. And we ain't here calling you by your damn government.
That's all right.
All right.
You're going to see both.
So people over here like, Pure Beauty Anna says on the chat, she says, okay, let me get my notepad. Okay. You know, everybody, I see Precise Vocal says, hashtag winning season, Kandi. Yeah. And thanks for the bag in advance. People are ready to win, and they are really listening in on what we have to say today. Okay, so Deidre, you said that we can ask you anything that we would like to know.
Let's go. Come on, listeners. Come on, Twitter, Twitter land, everybody land.
Twitter land. All right. Okay, so here's I'm gonna start by saying, you know, you're an advocate and you speak and give people education on HIV and so is it okay to say
come on with it? Yes, I am a woman living with HIV for the past 22 years, thriving and surviving. She don't always look this good, but today she do. Yes. So I was writing tight for
okay, writing tight.
Writing tight for. So I have two beautiful children.
How old are your kids?
26 and 21.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, I found out my HIV status when I was pregnant with my youngest.
Really?
I found out I was pregnant first, and then a few weeks later, you know, when you go to get them tests done, if you ever had the pleasure of knowing folk that give birth, then they test you from the rooter to the tutor, and they tested me and said, Miss Johnson, can you come on in? We got some. I said, baby, my iron just low. It's all good. No problem. Give me some iron pills. You know, we need you to come in. And when I went in, the poor little doctor, bless his Jesus heart, he couldn't even look me in my face.
Wow.
Because he was so scared to even give me the news. And that's when he told me I was HIV positive. And I was about 2-3 months pregnant.
So when you found out, you know, I mean, I'm sure that was kind of like a hard thing to take, especially when you were pregnant. So did you know how you acquired?
I do.
Okay.
I do. No tea, no shade. It was my sperm donor.
Okay.
You take it for what it's worth. I call it what it is. Unfortunately, he is no longer here on this earth. But yes, the person that gave me my beautiful child Zion is the person who gave it to me and transmitted HIV. He knew it. He was scared. Stigma is real. Let's just be real. Stigma was real. I mean, how do you tell somebody that you're living with HIV and, you know, not still, you know, so didn't tell me. I find out through the pregnancy, and that's kind of how they claim they found out, but they already knew.
Oh, wow, that is interesting. So, I've said this before, but not necessarily on this show. I did have a cousin of mine, a female cousin of mine. She, was living with HIV or whatever. Unfortunately, she passed, but she had two other children during the course of that. And one of the children, were positive, and the youngest one never was, or whatever. But with that being said, neither was the father. So I had a lot of questions in how that worked, because she didn't really share anything about her status till later on, when it wasn't really much time for us to ask those questions. So with that being said, a lot of people don't know, how does that work. Like, if one partner has HIV and the other partner does not, how does it, can you still have a fruitful
You
relationship?
sure enough can, but if you want to call me at 1-800 Deidre Speaks looking for a man, you can do that too and figure it out. But no, because of the amazing advancements that have happened with medicine, you can actually, if you're at an undetectable status, you cannot transmit HIV with condomless sex. Yes, I'm calling it out, condomless sex, to anyone else. So if I'm engaging in that nice, gushy, slushy, bushy, and I'm, at an undetectable status, I cannot transmit HIV to my partners.
Well, that is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of the questions. Wait. Oh, so Sonoria wanted to say, she asked, so how did they already know? I guess she's talking about your baby daddy.
They actually knew because they were incarcerated. They were justice involved, and so they knew their status beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
got
and
it.
I've seen I've seen the paperwork. I got receipts. Got receipts. So yes, that's how they knew.
Oh,
But they
okay.
were ashamed. That thank you for that question. They were ashamed to tell me. They were very ashamed, and then they still, unfortunately, they've passed on, but they still never admitted it.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Did
Wow.
that alter the relationship, or was the relationship
I left.
already altered?
I honestly left probably a few months after that, because they were very toxic. It was a toxic relationship. Y'all know what toxic is, from everything. I mean, the emotional, it was sexually abusive, it was everything abusive. And I said to myself, I don't want my child to be brought up in this space. And so I left.
Okay. So here's my other question. Since then, do you date?
Again, 1-800 Deidre Speaks. I do a lot of work, and one of the pieces for me is that for my partner, they got to accept all of me, my flaws and all, and included in my flaws and all are my LGBTQIA two-spirited family. And if you got a problem with one, you got a problem with it all, and that, guess what? Deuces.
Yeah.
You got to, because the folks that get me made up, the folks that are supporting me, was that community, and they are the ones for real. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. They taught me how to make sure I'm speaking good, I'm doing good, and everything else. And so, if you can't accept my family, you can't accept me.
Gotcha.
So, question. So, after you found out that you were positive, how long did it take you to get back into the dating pool? Like, how long did it take you to say, okay, let's try this?
Well, they see my booty before me. It's to see my beauty. I mean, I know I had to walk in this way, but I literally wasn't long. People were trying to talk, and I'm the type where I tell some inappropriate jokes. My friends hate to go out in public with me, because
Me too.
they hate. This what I mean. You can't go in public, because what I'm about to say is gonna be loud and wrong, but we're
Strong and wrong.
strong and wrong.
But it's
If you
funny.
don't want this, it's deadly. And I know it's wrong, y'all. I know I'm using my yes. And well, I know I want it now. Oh, no, baby, I'm still sipping my drink. No, baby, I got HIV. Oh, well, my girlfriend and my wife. And okay, I knew you was looking at my booty and not my beauty. And now that I done told you what I got dealing on, then
So you just come out with it. You just.
Yeah. Have you ever had someone to say that they still wanted to date?
Yes.
So you're still getting it in?
Oh, not often as much as I want. Again, 1-800 DJ needs a date. But not as much as I would like.
But in those cases, how does that work? Is the other person also positive status, or they're not?
No, I have to be honest. Any of the men that I've ever dated, have been HIV negative.
And they were okay.
They were okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I love about awareness is folks said, you're undetectable. Yeah, and we can have this conversation before we get into the getting.
Let me ask you this question. So, you being positive, right, and say you get into a serious relationship, at any point in said relationship, do you have unprotected sex?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that work?
The same way it worked with everybody else. You put it in and get it in. Put it in and get it in. That's what you do.
Wait.
I thought it was pretty clear, but all right, Kandi.
Just in case somebody was missing it, yeah.
No, is it because, I mean, well, obviously, is it because you are undetectable and you know that you can't really pass?
That's for me, yes. In that particular, and the key for all of this, to be honest, is what we're doing right now: communication.
Mm-hmm.
And having strong communication on what you will and what you won't.
Mm-hmm.
There have been, I've used female condoms. Ladies, if you have not, anybody else, if you haven't tried the female condom, it is amazing. You can put it in 8 hours before sex. You can go out to the club, get your thing on, pop in, slop in, and keep it moving. So I've used those. We've had, condoms. We've done a lot of different things, but yeah.
Okay, so this is a person who's asking a question, and I already know the answer to it because I know people who have lived with it. But for everyone out here who's listening, knowledge.com says, how do you have HIV for so many years and never have full blown AIDS? Is it the medication?
Well, first and foremost, person, I'm going to tell you the only thing that's ever full blown is a balloon, a ball, and a blowfish. So there is no such thing.
And a dick every now and then.
Oh, well, they don't be blown.
Didn't he? I done got blown.
Oh, wait. Now I gotta add some more.
Yeah, balloon for sure.
It's honestly that. So because language matters,
right?
So it's either AIDS, not full blown, but AIDS.
All right.
So what it really boils down to is, yes, one, the medication. One, I try to hydrate, I try to drink, I try to do everything that anyone else would do, except for making sure every night I take that one little pill.
Okay.
Thank goodness I'm at one pill now. Other people's are at different. I take that one pill every night.
Okay, that's it. Kind of like birth control.
Basically.
That's the way I like to call it. It's like,
it's basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like I like to because we have PrEP, the pre-exposure prophylactics. So there's a thing, folks can go and get shots. You can take pills as well.
Yeah, I saw the commercials for that.
Yeah.
And actually at another Gilead event I went to, it was a college student an athlete. I think he's been on like some talk shows and stuff, and he was saying that he uses PrEP because he knows that he's single and he's dating, and so he uses PrEP.
Yep, it's a birth control for HIV if you're not living with it,
right?
And that can help. And then we have a plan B. I mean, again, I call it the plan B for HIV, and it's the post-exposure prophylactics. It's PEP and PrEP. So oh well, me, you, and all of us got it in last night.
All right,
y'all was a little worried.
Y'all might want to be writing all this down. You might want to write it down.
Get it in within 72 hours of what you think might be an HIV exposure.
Okay.
72 hours. That's the biggest catch. 72 hours. You need to go to somebody's pharmacy, somebody's doctor, and call, I think I may have been exposed to HIV.
And it's called PEP.
And it's called PEP. And they will know exactly what they need to do. And I call it the plan B for HIV.
Yeah, that's not just like plan B.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, before I got married, I had to take a couple plan Bs before.
You don't damn say. I would have never guessed that about you. Never in my life.
Oh, we won't talk about that. Anyway.
I would have never guessed that. That is so crazy.
Shut your ass up.
A lot of us have had to do that. That and abortions, we've had to go through some things.
Oh no, I used to backstock plan B at my house. That's another story.
You backstock?
You can get paid right now because everybody looking for it.
Well,
okay, so Geechee _Goddess says, does she experience any side effects from her medication?
Excellent question. To be honest, when I first started medication, I couldn't tell the difference between the side effects of being pregnant. So it's really hard for me to.
Oh, right, because you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's really hard for me.
So you were throwing up anyway.
That part.
But then after you had the baby, did you have any side effects?
No, because at that point I had been, acclimated to the medicine. So no side effects at all. Maybe a little football game. But there's a meal under that snack.
Hello, talk to him if you're gonna talk. You talk to him, gonna talk.
You done got me to snort. There's only 5 people in the world that can give me the giggle and
Hey, man.
snort at the same time.
He gonna do it.
Hey,
He's gonna
hey,
do
I
it.
can get you to do a lot of things somebody else can't.
Ooh, amen. All right.
When you ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, talk to him now. So, question: How was it? How was it coming out to your family?
Yeah.
Was it like a hard thing, or you seem rather easy going? But maybe that's because it's 22 years later. You know what I mean?
Right. How long did you wait to share it with your family?
The same day I found out is the same day my mom and dad found out.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass. Like I was actually in El Paso, Texas when I found out my status.
Mm-hmm.
And I called my mom and she was working for a government agency and she couldn't talk, folks be recording.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, call your dad. And I called my dad and I said, Dad, and I told him, he says, Dick Gregory had this illness and he always says he doesn't wake up thinking about it and he doesn't go to sleep thinking about it. You got this.
That's what your daddy said? That is awesome.
That's dope.
That is awesome.
Booty Johnson is the best. I had to Cliff Johnson. I'm sorry. I said your nickname on somebody's live. But yeah, like my dad is really the way I speak is because of my dad. I learned from him.
That is awesome.
Dope.
I feel like I think, like I said, I did have a family member that learned of her status. Well, she knew of her status, but she didn't tell her family.
Right.
And it was interesting to me, but it was like, I guess a long time ago, kind of like the same thing, because you said you've been on 20, so it was still in the 90s for me. So people were still not really having the education that they do now. We did have experience of another like family member who had, I don't know the proper term, you said it's not positive. Okay, who's HIV positive. We had another close family friend who was HIV positive that was with us all the time, but he was a male. And you know how people stereotype HIV. But we never had experienced it from a woman with children or whatever. So I just kind of found it interesting that she didn't share it with anyone because we're a very open-minded family. But I kind of think it was a good thing because I think at that time in the 90s, nobody really knows, it's like, okay, can you do this? Can you touch the kid? Can you play with the kids? All that other kind of stuff. And because we didn't have no clue that any of that was going on, nobody did anything different. And nobody was jaded. Nobody, tried to separate the kids. Nobody's, separate. You know what I mean? Yeah, we were still over there every weekend. It was just no big. Obviously nobody knew. So anyway, after the fact, I think it was very educational for me to know, like, oh, okay, well, it really doesn't change anything. Whereas some people still was kind of like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, I'm fortunate.
Let's take a caller.
Oh, which caller you picking? Oh, all right. Rico said that.
What's up?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? What city you from?
I'm from California.
Oh, right. Right in Georgia. What's up?
Lady.
Okay, so today's show is all about let's talk about sex, and right now we have our girl Deidre Speaks on here, and she's really speaking some knowledge and teaching us some things that you might need to know to win this $1,000.
Amen. Amen.
Now, tell us your thoughts about what we've been discussing so far.
Well, so far, I actually wanted to touch on something. So it was a lot of questions about being undetectable and HIV positive, whatever, the difference between the two. How do you know if you're undetectable? I actually wanted to say something about it because I saw a lot of questions about it that wasn't quite answered.
Okay.
So the young lady who was unsure, people who are HIV, I work in healthcare, so I know how this goes, but people who are HIV positive or undetectable, they have to get lab work done. Sometimes every 3 months, sometimes every 6 months. And that's how you know whether you're undetectable or not. That basically means, like the young lady that was talking from Gilead said, that you are unable to transfer, HIV to the next person. That's what undetectable status means. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're HIV negative, but you're undetectable status. Meaning, once again, you can have unprotected sex and you won't pass it on. The thing why HIV is still transmitting, to be honest with you, through statistics, is people kind of know they have it. They sometimes test positive, but they don't want to take medicine for the rest of their lives.
That's right.
So the way I see it, This is the way I see it. Living in Atlanta, I tell my friends all the time: either you're gonna get on prep to prevent yourself from getting it, or you're gonna take somewhat of a similar same pill for having it. Pick your choice.
Gotcha. Well, the thing about it that I think a lot of people didn't recognize, one thing that I had learned in one of the last panels that I was on, they were saying that the numbers for HIV has gone up since this whole everybody been in the house for COVID. Everybody's attention had went to COVID and stopped, being about HIV prevention.
Yeah.
And so now the numbers have skyrocketed again when we need to be getting them numbers back down.
I ain't gonna say that was part of the program.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. This is my question. Okay, so I said earlier in the show that my friend she be keeping the HIV test at home. So if you are not detectable but still have HIV,
Yeah.
will that test pick it up?
Yes, it will.
Oh, it will.
Yes,
Yeah,
it will. Because what it's looking for is the antibodies in your blood to see if your body, your immune system is reactive to HIV.
So what exactly
Got
is
it.
undetectable then?
Undetectable means that your viral load, the amount of virus that's in your body, is under a 300 milliliter. It's under 300 copies in a milliliter. You know, when they take them vials,
Mhm.
is they can find less than 300 copies of HIV in that. So when they go through and look, that's what that is.
So it's undetectable. It's quote unquote undetectable by a certain testing standards.
Correct.
Got
The U equals U, as a U equals U ambassador, I would be remiss if I didn't say it right, because he would come for me, baby. That as long as that, and you will hear sometimes 20 copies or 50. So, but the standard is that if you can get under that 300, baby, guess what? You undetectable.
Okay. Well,
Every now and then.
thanks for calling in, Rico.
Thank you for having
Like my
me.
hands
All right,
just
thank you.
flapped.
It's like I can't. He does not want me touching anything after I had hung up the show. Okay, so we want everybody to keep it sexy and keep it safe. Now I got some
Sexy
questions for
safe.
you, sis.
Sexy.
Listen, how has sex changed for you after your diagnosis?
It changed a lot because I was trying to find my sexy. Because honestly I felt like I was damaged goods.
Oh,
I did. And so I had to really internalize, because the person who transmitted HIV to me told me point blank, nobody's gonna love you.
dang.
Right. Don't tell nobody but God. That's what I felt like, you know? And so I finally was like, nah, let's find this. And honestly, today was one of the first days that I have felt pretty.
Girl, you cute, honey.
No, you look good.
Thank you. Thank you. We try hard. But it takes a lot, because again, the partnership is I like to feel it, but
Right.
I ain't getting enough calls.
So-
1-800 Deidre Speaks is looking for a date.
So your first time having sex, right? How was it? How did you feel? Were you nervous? Um, uh, I'm guessing your partner knew.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So how was that exchange?
If anything, he had to calm me down.
Really?
Yeah. I was scared to death. And he was like, look, we've talked about this. You know where you're at. And he had to calm me down.
So why y'all break up, child?
He had a lot of options. And
Oh, he get around.
yeah, you know.
A hard dick ain't got no feelings.
It don't.
Well,
Every
damn.
hole is a goal.
Hello?
Every hole is, huh? Yeah. Well, every hole is a
Every hole
goal.
is a goal. And when I moved to
I
Richmond,
like that. Every hole is gone. My grandma used to always say a hard dick ain't got no feelings. She
Wow.
used to tell me that all the time. Hard dick ain't got no feelings. Watch where you put it.
Okay. All right, guys. So we want to keep it
then,
sexy.
I was always told you don't mess with old men because they give you worms.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so this week we wanted to make sure that all of our listeners left tonight's show not only informed but confident enough to know how to deal with their partners and who don't like feeling like protection is necessary.
All right.
So here are a few things we want to leave with you in the hopes that you use them to protect yourself and your partners.
Okay.
All right, Black women are the highest rate group that are affected by HIV and STD epidemic. Each year, Black women account for 64% of new HIV infections and 75% of all gonorrhea cases, and are 6 times more likely to have chlamydia. Damn.
And you know that's the
Which is
block.
why knowing your status is everything.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's one of those things. Get your hoo-ha tested. Get rooted to tested because it's important, especially if you have gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, anything that's an open and a gateway for HIV.
How does it open in a gateway?
Because you have the your mucous membranes are open and it makes you more susceptible. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
What?
Because some of our listeners, I'm saying ours, like I'm about to be y'all third co-host. And
well, they listening to you.
There are 4 body fluids that transmit HIV. So you have blood, semen, vaginal fluids, and breast milk.
Oh, didn't know that. Okay.
I knew about the breast milk.
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you know?
Conversation, I guess, but I didn't know about it.
Because he like.
No, because you like sucking on people's breasts when they pregnant.
I do got to show you this.
Every day he has a video. He always got a video or something of him, somebody he done did it with. Anyway, okay.
I try not to watch those videos.
Yeah. Okay, I used
the
to.
OnlyFans is.
Yeah, I definitely.
And as we were talking about breast milk, you know, even some of my sisters that are living with HIV, not even just my sisters, but folks that are breast and chest feeding that are living with HIV, they can actually be criminalized for breast and chest feeding their children.
Really?
And at the same time, here's the beautiful space. Because of the undetectable piece, then they can't transmit HIV to their children because they're undetectable.
Wait, so did you still breastfeed?
My second, no. My first, yes, but that was not HIV positive at that time.
Okay.
With my oldest.
Okay, so now do women who are living with HIV, do they breastfeed or not?
Some do and some don't.
Oh, okay.
And some won't tell the doctors simply because if they do, then Child Protective Services will get involved.
Oh, they won't tell the doctor that they're breastfeeding.
Exactly. And guess what? You already know what goes with that, and that's criminalization. Now you're charged with endangering a child.
And try to take the kid and all that.
Right. But then you tell us breast is best. And we know that we can't. And so at those spaces, then that's, you know, there's layers to this. We have a lot of my brothers and sisters are involved in sex work. We have some states that if you engage in sex work and then if there's a sting, you get arrested, they find out you're HIV positive, they put you on the sex registry for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, that is interesting though. So how does that work if you are in
that part?
Like,
this is crazy.
Well, yeah. Prostitution is illegal already.
I mean, work is work, honey. I believe.
I see the moves. Say they're not doing it. They doing it anyway. I mean, I'm just saying. So
yeah.
Well, okay. Well, here would be the question though. How would anybody know if they're undetectable? Like if you get locked up for something like a sex work or whatever, and they say, first of all, how do they know your status?
Guess what? Because most of the time they force you, if you're ever picked up for drugs or sex, they force you to have an HIV test. It's mandatory.
All right. So even if you're undetectable,
well, 9 times out of 10,
it don't matter.
You get locked up anyway. You get locked up anyway. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go to medical, and they're gonna run a series of tests on you. Like that's only if you're like dressing out.
Right.
Dress out.
No, that's true.
Yeah. So they're gonna test you anyway.
Yeah.
Got it.
And even in a simple,
so I've heard anyway.
Simple thing. I mean, Kandi, I don't ever expect this to ever happen in life. Me and you get to scrapping on something, we're scrapping, the popo come, and then somebody say, you know she HIV positive, right? So not only would I get charged with that assault, I could even be charged with aggravated assault because they find out, because somebody in the crowd, they didn't substantiate it. Oh, you know that, oh, and you got that, and guess what? Now I got an extra charge because I'm HIV positive.
Oh, wow. That's a lot that they have to think about and deal with.
That's heavy.
It's very. There are 32 states, there's 30 states in the country that have HIV criminalization laws. Tomorrow, I'm so excited, honestly, that even we're having this conversation. Tomorrow is National HIV is Not a Crime Day. I have to give honor where honor is due. My sister in change, my partner in change, my best girlfriend, my best Judy. We're in the second year of celebrating. She came up with this idea. Let's celebrate the fact that HIV is not a crime. And now we're at our second year celebrating the fact that, letting people know that HIV is not a crime. I shouldn't be criminalized for, I should be criminalized. Well, at least the boot should be, in the sense of, but living with HIV. And so that's my whole deal. Stigmatizing, get rid of stigma, let people know this shit is real. If you got kids, grandkids, a auntie, a cousin, you having sex, somebody down the street having sex, you need to know about the consequences. Not even good and bad, because there's some awesome consequences of having sex, but also with, just HIV.
Yeah. It's Mickey 501 says, thank you for being so honest and open. We all want to say thank you for that, because there's a lot of times, people will not share
at all.
They don't want to share. I know, people who are like, it's torn about sharing their status at this moment in time. And it's just kind of like, it is what it is, and life is changing, things are changing, people are getting more educated. And then did y'all see how they like, I think like it's 5 people that have been cured from HIV from the stem cell thing.
Yes, I know one of them personally. Unfortunately,
You do?
I do. The first one, he died last year. Actually, sorry, he transitioned last year.
For
He
what?
was Let me tell you, everyone gets excited about it, but the only way that you can get that is if you have a bone marrow transplant, which means that you have some type of cancer that causes you to have
The bone marrow.
Exactly. So if I
So cancer took him out.
The remission, it wasn't HIV. We'll get hit by a bus, the MARTA bus.
Wow.
Yeah, we have people that are thriving, 70 years old, 80 years old, that are thriving and surviving with HIV.
Right.
Looking good.
Yeah, I know someone who lived hell a long time, wasn't even really taking his medicine like that.
30 or 40 years, people living with HIV.
Wow.
Let's take some calls.
Okay.
This shit here, Kandi. We don't make too much money for this shit.
I'm not touching it.
I'm
too much. Why you coming?
Mic check, 1, 2.
Just walking out in front of
Oh, this country is hell. This country. What are we doing around here?
Hey, I was nervous about meeting you, but this one was the one I was worried about.
He is a comedian. He just don't know it yet.
I love it. And you should.
We need some new goddamn mic stands. This shit hit
Don,
the country.
get it together.
Geechee Goddess. What's up, Geechee Goddess?
Come on, Goddess.
Unmute.
Unmute yourself. With your country ass unmute, please.
Unmute.
Come on, country folks. Y'all got to represent today. Don't get
country. Here she goes.
What's up?
Hello, how you doing?
Fine. How y'all doing?
We're good. So I would love
I'm
to
calling
know.
from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, she went in.
I knew she was country. What's up?
Well, when your name is Geechee.
Don't do that, you guys. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're right. I'm sorry.
So, what do you think about some of the things that you've learned so far in today's show?
Well, first, I want to say thank you to Deidre for being so transparent. I think it's one of those things in our community that people just don't talk about. And so there are a lot of things that we don't know just for that reason itself, because people aren't going, realistically, people are not going to the clinic or to their doctor to ask these questions.
Yeah.
So to have somebody that's just so forthcoming with the information, it's really like a breath of fresh air for the people who want to know but are afraid to ask, or for the people who need to know and are afraid to ask.
Gotcha.
So my question basically just comes from the stance of, because she's so transparent, how does her children feel about her transparency?
Oh,
that's a good question.
I done got my makeup done. That with the motto all day has been, "There's no crying in makeup. There's no crying in makeup." I am honestly blessed with 2 of the most beautiful human beings in this entire world, and I know I'm a little biased. My oldest is 26, and he was 4 years old when I found out my status. And I told him, and I was crying one day. I was pregnant with his youngest sibling. And I'll explain why I said what I said in a second. But he said, "Mommy, no crying. You're gonna be okay. God got you." And at the time, I couldn't really explain HIV, but everywhere I went and did my presentations, he was with me. And then I had, my youngest. And the reason why I don't say male or female is because my youngest is now 21. They are non-binary, non-gender conforming. So I don't say he or she, I say they.
Oh, okay.
And when they came out to me as gay, I said to my oldest, I love exes, escape, Zaven and Zion. And I literally said to Zaven, Zaven's, I said, Zaven, your brother's gay. He says, I was wondering when you was gonna figure it out.
The siblings always know first.
They
Right?
already knew. And when I say they are my biggest supporters, like I do this work for them. So that I can literally, especially for my non-gender conforming and my cisgender, het male, like I want to leave this world a better place. So they love mommy. I had to wait till I got here to send my outfit because they never seen their mama looking like this. But they are literally my biggest supporters and the reason I do this work.
Dope.
So thank you for that question.
That's dope. That's dope.
Geez, y'all forgot you was on the
That's a
phone.
beautiful thing.
Y'all gotta tell me I gotta keep this like a minister, short enough to be interesting and long enough to keep the important parts covered.
We from the country, child. Ain't nothing
Well,
short.
you are a
Right out here
blessing to our
at the
community. I just
church.
want to make that very clear. You're a blessing to our entire community, especially being that it seems like the Black community is the most underserved and overlooked in everything.
Right. Okay.
So the work that you're doing, I appreciate the platform and I appreciate all that you're doing to educate people on this topic.
Thank you.
Okay, Geisha got us. I got a question for you. Are you in a relationship or are you single?
I'm married.
Oh, you're married.
No, I can't ask you shit in.
Yeah, my question doesn't relate to you, man. Thanks for calling. I'm about to ask somebody else. So anyway, my question is now, because the main thing is knowing your status so that you can, get medication or whatever you need just in case, right? So I was wondering how often are people getting tested these days? Like what's
I feel like that's your birthday treat. Like, I mean, at least even if you're married, like that's just for yourself. But at least if you are having partners, at minimum 3 to 6 months, every 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months, you
That's
think?
what
I mean, I'm just
I thought it
curious.
was every 6 months, but
I mean, it depends because
How often do you do it, A1?
every 6 months. But
Be honest.
No, every 6 months. But if I'm fucking with somebody, like the last series joint I had, we would have got tested together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how many times you been tested since y'all broke up?
Once. Just one time.
And how many raw dogs have you done?
Why the fuck are you in my dick?
Why is she being administrative assistant?
What type of shit is that, Kandi?
I'm just asking.
But that's
because
honest.
he's a single man.
She should ask you that. That's a very important question.
As my friend, she should ask. But as my friend, as we sit on this show, she should not.
Good point.
The fuck?
We'll have that discussion later.
You are something else today. You are something else today.
I'm just curious.
No, we're gonna have a goddamn talk. We're gonna have a talk about this shit.
I'm just curious, because I know when me and like some of our friends, when like say for instance, if at the time when I was single and I would go get tested, I would call one of my friends. I'm like, hey, when last week you need to go get tested now. We both be sitting over there stressed out until the doctor call us back.
That's the worst feeling.
I mean, if you had to do the HIV test back in the day, you used to take them 2 weeks to get your results. So you
real
stressed. Like, my God, Jesus.
Yeah,
so like I say, we have made advancements to where now you can wait 15 minutes.
I ain't gonna hold you. Last time I went to go get tested with old girl, right? We sitting in that motherfucker, man. I ain't know what that motherfucker was gonna say. I was feet were tapping. I was that motherfucker nervous. I was nervous as hell. I was like,
you was doing the
well, in that particular case, we went after the fact, but yeah, I was sweating bullets in that motherfucker, and then it came back, and I was straight across the board. I'm like, damn, for real, like we done it, huh?
You were shocked.
Yeah, like oh, yeah. I done played. Yeah. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, I done definitely played Russian roulette with my dick before.
Yeah, we all have. I mean, well, minus the dick, but we all have played Russian. We all have.
Let's check this out. Position of the week. Here's a sex fact. All right, let's get sexuality education with this week's sex fact and position of the week.
Okay.
A survey from the Time Out New York found out that guys are in on the trick too. Almost 31% of guys have faked an orgasm.
Oh yeah, I fake nut all the time. Fuck you hoe.
Do you? Okay. Condoms don't
Act like you
actually.
eat. Bow. Pour the rub out, gonna lay that.
Listen, condoms don't actually affect pleasure at all that much.
The tent. I'm sorry, the tent. I was stuck on the tent. Go ahead, my bad.
Condoms don't actually affect pleasure at all that much. Next time a guy complains about using condoms, let them take a look at this study from Women's Health that find men and women enjoy sex as much with condoms as they do without. In fact, condoms might make sex better thanks to new pleasure enhancing innovations.
Put a little lube on the little tip and put that condom on my.
No, shit, you can use the bearskin joints or the ripped rubbers feel real good.
The bearskin ones sometimes they ain't 100%.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that bearskin and them lambs.
They got a lot of porous.
Yeah, they're porous.
really?
So you can still catch stuff in them.
Yeah, you think about it, it's skin, so it's got pores. So it has openings. So you want to use a latex, or if you're allergic to latex,
well, I'm stick to the rip. I never knew that, but I like the rip too. Y'all ever had the rip before? The rip is like ripped. Like
the ripped. Yeah, I know what you're talking
about.
It got fun on it.
Yeah, you can fit it and shit. Yeah, I like that.
Position of the week.
Can you use them?
I don't know. We haven't been using any condoms.
No. I'm talking about back when you was out here in the streets fucking raw.
Why?
You mean did I use condoms when I was fucking raw? That don't even make sense. I was like,
double entendre.
Yes, it is.
But yes. I mean, just like everyone else, I've had my moments where I was scared and had to run to the clinic.
Okay.
I mean, who hasn't? But yeah, I tried.
According to you,
well, you are the king of it
right
now.
See, that's what you take it too far every time. Every time.
I had to add to the peanut gallery.
Hey, man, we have to admit to our faults. I just admit it. But
yeah, but then you gonna throw my shit and throw it way out there though.
No, but you know what? That's the part that I love about the show.
What?
Is that makes y'all like real and human to folks. It's like, like I had to check myself when I came in here. You look and see stuff on the walls and you like, oh, and then when you really get in this moment and you get to sit down, like we
just real folks.
Yeah, just regular.
This is Gucci drawers, my Walmart drawers, but we put them on the same way.
No, I think I got some good drawers today, but let's go ahead out there.
So listen,
let me see.
The position of the week is the penetrating partner lies on their back, bending their knees. The receiving partner gets on top, kneeling, and then holds onto their partner's knees while mounting their penis or strap on, similar to the cowgirl position.
Okay.
The kneeling Amazon gives the partner on top the reins.
Okay.
This allows their partner to be being penetrated to hold on to their partner's knees, giving them the control of how fast, hard, or deep they want penetration.
That's a position right there.
Picture again. If we do have a picture, I guess maybe we might be able to give that to them on the YouTube version. Oh.
So she hit him?
Yeah.
She hit him?
It gives him, how almost
Kiki, why the hell are you trying to explain? We know you ain't done it.
When you
sit
pull
down.
the penis backwards, almost.
Yeah, it's almost like his back.
Okay.
He leaning.
Yeah, she riding it as he is pulled back.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
He leaning a little low.
Yeah, he got his legs up like I do when y'all be talking about y'all be getting y'all ass licked.
That part. If you know that, you know how we straddle it.
Guess I gotta go to phase 2. Yeah, guess I got to go to phase 2.
So we have a game we like to play called the Sectionnaire.
Yeah.
You down with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Sectionnaire is a questionnaire, but all the questions pertain to sex.
Yes.
We get to ask you do not get to ask us, and you have to answer within 5 seconds or less, or we know that you are lying. Okay, are you ready?
Are there shots involved in this? Maybe I need to have shots.
That's a great idea moving forward. Mm-hmm. Let's implement, please. Thank you.
Okay. Here's the question. What is the wildest thing that you've ever seen?
The wildest thing I have ever seen has been watching 2 other people having sex, and I was like far out in the window, like way, way, way away, and watching them like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's the wildest shit you've ever seen?
Why you said.
Yeah.
Well, what's the wildest you've done?
Yeah, let's get to the real shit. Because we all fucking the window at this point.
Yeah. Let's see. So the wildest thing. Oh shit! I'm a little okay. So the wildest thing I have ever done has actually had two men with me, and like completely. This is before my HIV status. We all had some moments. But yeah,
the threesome with two guys,
two men. Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, it was the meal of the party. Thank you.
Okay, so this is my question. Yeah. When y'all was doing this, was it strictly one was in the mouth and one was in the back, or did you have one
mouth action? And
so was one in the vagina and the back door at the same time?
One was on a titty and one was on a pussy.
Oh,
didn't nobody hit that throat?
So they wasn't rubbing swords.
That throat costs money.
That throat costs money.
That throat costs money, and
hey, you want to suck it? You know what I'm saying?
I'm funny about sucking dick because I am. I honestly am funny about sucking dick.
Even Esther in the background saying no.
I am. I'm extremely picky about sucking dick.
Esther must be a little throat.
I am. Because sometimes when you and this is the part I go down, and if it's musty, then no, we good.
Oh well, we definitely don't want no musty nuts. Like that definitely ain't gonna work. Okay.
Musty nuts.
Okay. So
you sucked dick before though.
I have sucked dick before, yes.
Okay, now speak.
But I'm just funny about the dicks I suck.
Okay. So what do you look and sound like when sex is really good?
Is that the look and sound? Was that it?
Yes, it is. And what's interesting about that question is I'm actually a quiet sex person because for up until a few years ago, I had my kids with me.
I can relate to that because people be talking about they making all this noise. Like I
don't like that noise shit either. Sometimes
my kid,
shut the fuck up.
Well, no, it's that because most of like my kid, I have kids, so all that loud stuff, you better be quiet.
Okay, and then I have, at the time they were identifying as boys.
I've had kids since I was 26.
Your mama get banged out with, and your.
You said what now? I'm sorry. He's over here getting on my nerves. What were you about to say?
Because I have boys, and it's like, you hear your mama getting banged out. And
yeah. You definitely don't want to hear your mama getting hit.
I do like for them. I like to be talked to. I like for them to talk to me. I like for them to say the crazy thing. Now all that loud, and all that, this is a lot. It's a whole lot. It's a lot. Although I do know some people that do.
I mean, I'll talk to you.
No, I used to have a bitch we called Screamer, right? We used to call her
Screamer? And you said we, so is it like she was getting ran through?
So no, this is when I stayed at that Camp Creek house. Back in the day. Anyway, so
Camp Creek, Maryland.
You used to screw it with people in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we used to call her Screamer because she was just so loud. But her screams was actually good.
Why?
I mean,
she just sounded good.
Sound like a porn star.
Yeah, she sounded good. And her pussy that bitch had an arch on her.
What?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna let you know who it is too. She ended up being on a show. I gotta tell you about. Yeah, that bitch. Ooh.
I cannot. You over there reflecting?
Yeah. But I don't like all that screaming shooting.
Like the eyes been in the back of the head.
Okay. So Misha Trill says slurp noises only. I feel
there you go again.
11 says I like a little noise. For Linda says I talk to him and to me. Now talking is fine. It's the screaming that is.
Yeah, you know what you throw me out sometimes. When a chick try to choke you, but she don't know how to do it. Like I be like, see, there's a difference between sexual choke and bitch, I can't breathe.
Really?
Yeah, like some of them be like,
well, I understand
some of them be like, it's a sexual, but then some of them I be like, oh, well,
like
man,
you trying to kill me, bitch. Like I'm trying to get this nut off. You're trying to kill me.
Now, dick gonna go noodle on you. You'll fuck it up. You ready to give away some of this candy cash, cuz?
It's time to give away the candy
cash. Do we have a sound jail?
Okay, so
we need a goddamn meeting. We need a meeting.
Every Monday we like to give away a little cash to our listeners, and this Monday is even more special because we're giving away more money.
We're giving away $1,000. So have y'all been listening?
Have y'all been listening?
Y'all been listening?
Okay.
What's up with y'all?
We love you. What's up?
What it do? What it do?
Can I ask a question really, really quick before I get this cash?
What's the question?
So I'm a lesbian, and a lot of people get upset because I tell them that all my women have to be tested. And the reason why I do that is because a lot of women are bisexual, so they can die. So my question for Miss Johnson is it true that after you brush your teeth, you can have oral sex for 2 hours?
30 minutes. Because
Okay.
yeah, you want to try to make at least a minimum 30 minutes because when you're brushing your teeth, you open up,
Pores.
yeah. So, if you ever, whether you got gingivitis or not, it causes little abrasions, and that's where HIV has the opportunity to get in. So I would wait at minimum 30 minutes, but I mean, if you can wait 2 hours, baby, wait the 2 hours. But
So is it 30 minutes before and after, or just before?
yes, 30 minutes before and after.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right.
No.
Okay, so
That's
we
a great
want
question.
to
She might get a
ask.
bonus point for that one.
Yeah, bonus point, bonus point.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All
So,
right.
okay, Johnson, be honest. Have you ever won Candy Coated Cash before?
Never, never.
Okay, all right, all right. So you have definitely been a dedicated listener and supporter of the show. So I am glad that you got picked. We weren't being biased. Deidre picked your name.
Thank you.
But we see your name all the time and we know you always come and support. She actually came to support karaoke night, doesn't
I
she?
know. I get it.
So with that being said, A1, ask your question.
How many years has Deidre been living with HIV?
22 years.
All right.
All
Got one
right,
question.
first
One
question.
If you would have missed that shit and it was in your name now, I was going to be disappointed.
Favorite
That's
number?
my favorite number. That's my favorite number.
It's the number of completion.
Oh gosh. A1, come tell me what my question need to be.
Okay.
You go ahead, Deidre.
How many children do I have?
Mm.
We have a son and one that's non-binary.
Yes.
Oh.
I got scared for a second.
There's no cry. There's no crying in makeup.
Huh?
That was dope.
Okay.
It's like I'm trying not to cry on that one.
You said there's 4 ways to.
There are 4 body fluids that
Oh yeah, the
transmit
transmission HIV.
What are the 4?
Okay, so I have breast milk, sperm, blood.
Okay. You sitting on it.
Saliva.
Oh! Okay!
You slap it all the
No! It's vaginal secretions.
Vaginal secretions. Are we cool with going?
How did you miss that?
I think she should still get it.
I feel so because that bonus.
I said because that bonus question she asked.
What?
The about if as about the
brushing of the teeth.
30 about she asked about 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she should. I think she still should get it. We're gonna give you 500, and then we're gonna give somebody else a chance to get another 500.
I like that idea.
All right. So let's go.
Let's go 500.
Hold on.
Candy got a bunch of money. Shit, she really can get all y'all 500.
What? Stop it. Did you get it?
Did you get it?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for calling in and always supporting us. Tell everybody about the show. Now let's pick somebody else.
Let's pick somebody else. All right.
You pick. I'm gonna let you pick this one. Somebody.
You know what? Let's pick the person who them. Let's pick them. Ain't that the person who said that we should
let her win it?
Let her win it, but split the money or something, right?
Oh yeah, that is her.
Yeah.
Look at you for
Okay, I'm L Boogie Bitch. Come on, accept.
Oh, she picked up fast.
She sure did. She said,
"Hello,
what's up?"
Oh my God!
I'm cheering in the back and shit.
Congratulations, K Johnson 22. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Girl, America can hear you.
Kandi, I love you. Oh my gosh, I love you, girl.
Well, thank you. Have you been listening to the show for the entire show?
I have, but I have been listening. I did accidentally mute my phone. Okay. So I hope y'all don't ask me a question from that time. But I have been listening.
All right. Well, here's your chance to win.
Well, here comes your fuck up.
Go ahead, everyone.
Oh shit. A1.
I got one.
Okay, you go.
Tomorrow
is
What's tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's an amazing day tomorrow. Do you remember the day that I shouted out that is a National Awareness Day?
Yes, yes. HIV is not a crime.
That is it. National HIV is not a crime.
Okay, that's one. Now we got another one.
Oh God.
Okay, so she said there are 2 pills that you can take to to help prevent, right?
That's right.
To prevent HIV. So what are 2 of the ones that she named?
And you only got 20 seconds to answer that question.
And one was even
PP within 72 hours. That's the post-exposure prophylactic, and then the pre-exposure prophylactic, the PrEP.
Yeah. You won.
I know you Googled that. Did you get it? All right. Be a blessing to others, okay?
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Don't spend it all in one place. All right, Sugarfoot. All right. I heard what you were saying, but all right.
All right, guys. So this was a really good, informative show. Deidre Speaks. That's your name on all social media, right?
All social media.
Please follow her. I mean, when I tell you we learned so much today, I had a very good time with you. And tomorrow we are definitely going to be celebrating for, say the name of the day again.
It is, tomorrow is National HIV is Not a Crime Day. And I have to shout out my sister friend, Kamaria Laffrey, who created this day. So I'm so excited in this hero project. So
yes.
Beautiful Black woman.
And I want to say shout out to Gilead. They basically introduced us to you, and I'm thankful for them to have you come on our show, as well as I thank them for being one of the sponsors today.
I agree. And I actually have to say thank you to both of you because we met, I mean, not that we met, but I host a national HIV support group called Pillow Talk. Okay. And you were we never let anyone else that's not living with HIV on our group. But I happened to be there when you met with Deidre Dixon Diallo and did that whole deal. And I did my photo with you and her and all of them, and they were so excited. So from Pillow Talk, we say to you, thank you for being the first person not living with HIV to come in and show us some love. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes.
She's in a tight ass dress. Go ahead.
Whatever.
Y'all better clip that lip.
All right, guys. Well, until next week, we'll Arrivederci. And don't forget, you gotta always have to say it with us now. Thank you for watching or listening. Thank you for listening to Kandi Koated Live.
We'll see y'all next week.
Kandi Koated Live. Kandi Koated Live. Tune in, we wanna hear from you. Listen,